Well, hello everybody. Instead of sitting in front of the camera and talking to you, I'm going to show you what it's like outside. Now, I didn't go to Target, which is over there, because there was a line. I needed to get some zinc, but there was a line like 60 people long. I wasn't going to wait in that line. It's ridiculous. So we're just south of the mall here in Hicksville. Just enjoying the sun. The sun finally came out today, and luckily we had some showers around late morning, around noontime, and then it stopped. We had some clouds, and then the sun just broke through, and we're now mostly sunny. So very beautiful skies early. I'll share those with you in the weather update, but had some really nice skies too. Nice cloud formations too in the sky. You can see now we're mostly clear. So it is May, and we're still dealing with this god-awful shutdown. Ooh, is that Sandsbury? I think that's Sandsbury. We're still dealing with this god-awful shutdown, where, everything is still closed, except for the essential stores, I still have to sit outside. Luckily, it's beautiful out here to sit, so I didn't mind sitting out here at all. It's really nice. I was worried it was going to rain, and then luckily the rain just broke up. Here's some more of the Sandsbury. It's just like a wildflower. I think that's Sandsbury. Maybe not. Those were a little big to be Sandsbury, actually. Not sure. A little confused about that. But here we are in May, and we're still dealing with this damn shutdown. And it's frustrating because you hear about other states opening, and nope, no sign of it here in New York yet. All they do is talk about it. They're not doing it. Just wait for this car to pass here. We'll go to this other park area here. We can walk. You can see the puddles. Got a decent amount of rain overnight into the morning. Talk about that in the weather update. Oh man, look at this. Look at the sky, it's beautiful. It's just good to get outside. I was in all day yesterday. I'm really getting tired of this shutdown, guys. I'm really starting it's enough already. The whole idea of doing what we did was to flatten the curve. We flattened the curve, and yet we are still closed. Why is that? It's just annoying. I'm really worried about the economic impact, of all the restaurants and small businesses and all the stores and all the people that are laid off. And, the issue with scientists is they're like, all right, do this works. And we did work. There's some people out there that don't believe it worked. I am almost certain that, shutting things down helped a great deal, lessen the impact. I really do. Obviously, there's some people on the right who don't think so, but we've done what we could, and now people can't take any more of this, and we got to start reopening. And, I heard Connecticut's going to reopen some outdoor dining restaurants. No, you should be opening indoor dining restaurants. It's not until May 20th. Come on already. How many of these businesses do you think can survive? These people just don't. We did this, it worked, but now it's time to start opening up again. And I know people are going to disagree with me, and that's okay if you disagree. All right, you have the right to do that. But the real problem is that what we're starting to see, and I'm worried about, is crime increasing. There's a real increase in domestic violence. People are laid off, people are out of work, and it's not good for people's mental health to continue this. And I think Cuomo's done a good job, but, I'm starting to get a little frustrated with him now, because he should have really started reopening things today, May 1st. All right? People can only take so much of this, and it's mostly all the, here I'm going to get a little political here, but it's mostly all the blue states that have these draconian restrictions with Democratic governors, and the Republican states are more willing to reopen. By and large, And these Democratic states, you look at all of them, like California, I mean, they just closed all their parks and beaches. New Jersey opened them up, but they're hanging it over people's heads. You better behave yourself or else. You know, I mean, it's like, what are we, children? I mean, the government is completely out of control, all right? They did what they were supposed to do in the beginning, but now it's time to start opening things up. And they are not listening. So when I see these protests, there are only going to be more of them. They're only going to get larger. And I'm scared there's going to be violence from these protests. I hope not. Please protest peacefully and responsibly, all right? I do see a lot of people aren't wearing masks. They're not properly distancing themselves. I don't think that's a good idea. But there are going to be more and more protests, and they're going to get more and more out of control. And if the government wants stability, and, you know, they say they want stability, then the best way to stability is to start reopening things. And, you know, if I was Cuomo, I would have reopened the dining rooms at 30% capacity. I would have reopened some of the non-essential stores at 30% capacity. And then by the middle of the month, I probably would have reopened the malls, again, with capacity restrictions, probably 30%. But, you know, this has gone on long enough now. I mean, the offices, the people who work in the offices, some of the construction, that all needs to reopen now. 30%, it needs to, you know, most of it needs to reopen by the end of this month. People can't take this anymore. I can't take it anymore. You know, I was thinking, well, what if it rains today? I can't stay home again. What am I going to do? I can't cook again. Am I going to sit in there and risk sitting in there and having them call the police on me and getting arrested, you know, over just wanting to sit inside a freaking restaurant? I'm tired of the government control. We need to be free. This has gone on long enough. We need to be free like that bird flying over there. This is not what America is supposed to be about. And all these people who run their mouths about, oh, well, you know, if you want to go out, you're putting other people's health at risk, blah, blah, blah. What about all the health, the mental health of people? How many more suicides are we going to face? How many more murders are we going to face? How much more domestic violence are we going to face? How much crime are we going to face because people are out of work? It comes to a point where you got to start opening things up. And I'm sorry, but these Democratic governors who refuse to open things up, you know, I think that maybe the federal government needs to step in and see what they can do. All right? And yes, that goes to you, Cuomo, too, all right? Look, Cuomo did a great job, but it's time for him to start opening things up, and I'm disgusted that he hasn't, all right? And he's like, well, we'll do upstate May 15th, and then it'll be extended probably for the rest of this month downstate. Give me a freaking break, Cuomo. Really? All right? Give me a freaking break. We got to start reopening now, all right? We got to start doing it now, all right? Cautiously, with those restrictions, social distancing. But my gosh, this has gone on long enough now, all right? You know, it's gone on long enough, and I think that there comes a point, especially I think once we get toward the middle of May, that I think all the businesses, or if you own a business, open anyway. If all the businesses open, there's no way the government is going to be able to step in and shut everything down. There's no way. We have to do it together. We have to take back our freedom from this tyranny, all right? Because that's what it is now. In the beginning, I understood it. But now, because it's still going on, I'm calling it tyranny, all right? That's what it is, all right? And look, I can't stand the president. The president left us wide open for this whole thing. He left us wide open for it, all right? He left us wide open. He didn't stop the planes. And New York bore the brunt of it because most of those planes from Europe came into New York, all right? And so he's going to, of course, take credit and say, well, we're supporting freedom, blah, but you, Mr. Trump, we're in this mess because of you, all right? Because you didn't act quick enough, all right? So he is no angel. I do not want to have to vote for him again, all right? But at the same time, look, I can't vote for Trump again, all right? But I'm worried. If the left, meaning the Democratic Party, is using this as a way to get Trump out, and some people are saying that. I don't believe that. If they are using this, it's not going to work, and it's going to backfire tremendously. And honestly, the longer the Democratic governors keep their states shut, I think the increasing likelihood is that Trump will win in a landslide in November. And that would be very unfortunate, all right? But that's what's going to happen because the Democratic Party, this radical socialist communist sector of the Democratic Party just, you know, they just have this They just want to control people. They want to control you. And we must start resisting that, all right? I don't want this video being too much longer. It'll just be a 15-minute video. All right, look, I like Cuomo. I think he's done a good job. But I think that maybe even the control part is going to his head a little bit. You know, we need to start reopening things. But even Cuomo admitted he can't stop it. If people start reopening and defying all these orders, he can't stop it. And that's why I want to see people defying the orders. I'd rather see people defy the orders, the businesses defy the orders, start opening up, people going back to work, and people are, you know, getting money again, than see this continue. This is out of control, and it's not sustainable anymore. We are in May. We are at May 1st now. And this damn shutdown is still going on. All right? It's got to end. All right? It's got to end. Their businesses, I'm going to put some links below in Newsday about some of the towns that are suffering and all the businesses that are suffering as a result of this shutdown. And exactly why this shutdown has to end. That's the way I feel about it. All right? I really think that this shutdown needs to end soon. All right? We should have started reopening things now. All right? Yes, upstate should be first. I agree with that. All right? It should have been upstate this week and then next week downstate. All right? But if Cuomo extends this anymore, there's going to be massive unrest. And I think that the president and Attorney General Barr might probably wind up stepping in and ordering the governors to reopen or deny them funds. Or we may even see these governors arrested because they're abusing their power. And I'm talking about most of the Democratic governors here. All right? They are abusing their power. And that's unfortunate. Look, like I said, I'm independent. I don't stand with any party, Democrat, Republican. I'm independent. All right, I criticize Trump and the Republicans for not taking this seriously enough in the beginning, but I'm going to criticize the Democrats for their trying to control people. All right, and trying to hold on to this control as long as they possibly can. So I'm frustrated with almost every politician out there. All right, and that's all I have to say. All right, it's time we start reopening things. We do it carefully, we do it safely, but we're going to see people's health decline, and mental health is connected to physical health, in my opinion. And if the mental health is, we see a mental health decline, then we're going to also see physical health decline. And these stay-at-home orders and stuff, they got to start being lifted. All right, we see it's almost always the Democratic states. However, there are some Republicans that are power hungry too, like in Ocean County. All right, we know that, but if you're a power-hungry politician, whether a Democrat or a Republican, you need to start giving up your control now, or we're going to see to it that your control is taken away from you, all right? Because this is America. We the people, control this country, not you. And the people don't want this continuing much longer. They can't take it anymore. Mentally, financially, physically, we can't deal with this shutdown anymore. It's time to end this shutdown now. It's enough already. All right, it is enough. We did what we could. This was supposed to be a temporary measure. Here we are into May, and we are still shut down. It's time we open things up sooner than later. So I want to thank you for watching. And just because I want things to open up, let me make it clear, it's not going to be like before. But we have to start opening things up so people can get back to work. People can earn money. Those who can earn money. All right, I don't want to be disabled, but I am, unfortunately. Those who can earn money can go back to work. It's good for their mental health. It's good for the families. It's going to be good for businesses. But the longer this goes on, the more economic strife. Do we really want to cause a depression over this virus? Apparently, that's what some of the people on the left want. And maybe some people on the right too. But we can't allow this virus to bring us down and cause a depression. No. So that's it for this video. I want to thank you for watching. And hopefully you get to enjoy this beautiful weekend. What can I say? Get outside. Seriously, screw these damn stay-at-home orders. Get outside and enjoy the fresh air and sunshine. It's time we break out of this nonsense once and for all. That's it, and thank you for watching.